Welcome. So let's talk about abundance. This topic is extremely important. Why? Because without understanding how abundance works, we are all doomed to a life whereby you cage yourself with all these core beliefs around abundance that can get you to be a slave and servant of lack. So if you are somebody that has had struggles with thinking that maybe it's wrong for me to even expect more from myself, to want more for myself, it's wrong for me to want to be financially free or things like that, please sit down. I also struggled with those thoughts at one point in time until I actually got to realize that, hey, Bana, if we do not undo the negative conditioning that society makes us go through, we are doomed to a life of lack and a life of stifling ourselves, and that is not okay. So I know that sometimes there's one point that I need to really raise for people that are religious. I'm also religious, okay? So I know very well how it works there. So sometimes we believe that, okay, just because I'm doing God's work, I'm doing that, it's, I don't have to have much. No, 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 no. I don't believe in that. I personally don't believe that, because to even do God's work, you need resources. So if you're gonna say that God wants you to always be in lack, I don't think that goes along with the Bible at all, because you need resources. Do you get what I mean? There's a time and a season for everything. Of course, some seasons you're gonna have to be content with what you have. But if your season for actually being abundant in different aspects of your life has come, why not? Hmm? Why not? So let us not be those that propel forward the gospel of lack, because that is not what the Bible talks about. Money is a tool that you need to be able to get what you need, right? To be able to have the freedom that you need to do what you need to do. For instance, if God reveals to you that this is your purpose, but you happen not to have the money to go from point A to point B, then how are you going to fulfill that purpose? So, money in itself is not wrong. You need it. But what the Bible is the love of money. The Bible does not want us to be in love with money, whereby you make your whole life about being a slave of money, just working for money. It does not make any sense, because we are created by an amazing, majestic creator. And to see his creation just slaving for money all your years, it doesn't make any sense. And that is why God tells us that we have a bigger purpose. So you can't just live from you can't serve money and God at the same time. You need to understand that money has to be used to help you serve God. So for those that want to live that life whereby you tap into that abundance and you are able to generate the income that you need to fulfill your purpose, let's sit down. Let's talk about abundance and how we can attract it. I'm gonna make sure that this video is less than 10 minutes. So please give me a chance here. Let me say what I need to say. Okay. So I'm gonna share things that really work for me. I used to be in a very lack. I've tasted all sides of life. I've tasted what it is like to be in abundance. I've tasted what it is like to be in lack. I know it all. And I know exactly the mindset that keeps one person in this spectrum or that spectrum. So I'm going to start with the mindset that keeps you in lack. Lack is generated by your core beliefs, right? It doesn't matter what background you come from. Actually, if your way of thinking is different, you can generate a different reality that is in alignment with with the way you think and the beliefs that you have. So the reality that you see around you, take a moment to look around you right now in your room, wherever you are. That reality that you see, it is a direct result of every choice that you've made before, every belief you've had, and the vibrational frequency that you're on. So when it comes to abundance, what we need to understand is that this universe is filled with abundance. The earth is filled with resources. Like, there's so much abundance, so much. So much. But why is it that many of us as people tend to just settle for less, tend to settle for so little, and we expect so little from ourselves? It's because of what we believe about life and this universe that we live in. This world is full of abundance. So that is the one first core belief that we need to have. So the belief that leads you to believing that it's okay for me to be in lack is the belief that there isn't much, there isn't enough for me to have more. No, it's okay if I just have this little. It's not okay. If you believe that this is what's there, that's all you'll ever see. But if you believe that no, man, there must be more. There must be more. Where is more? Then your eyes start to be open to different avenues where you can tap into that abundance. And just by having that perspective shift, you are able to tune into a different frequency. Allow me to explain this. It's a very simple concept, but I think many of us take years to understand it. Radios, right? Radios, they have stations. If you want to listen to one station that's playing MTV, you just have to switch on to that station. If you want to listen to, I don't know, FM, whatnot, you tune into that station. Okay, TVs, even channels, right? If you want to watch cartoons, you tune into a different cartoon. But before you even tune into that network, you need to believe that there's a different network. Unless you believe that there's multiple channels that are here, you'll stay stuck on one channel. So the first thing is to recognize that, hey, this TV doesn't only have Cartoon Network. There's also MTV. There's also ETV. There's also National Geographic Channel. There's also, what channels do you guys watch? Uh, that, right? You need to have that grounded understanding that, this is not all there is. There's different things. But for me to access those different channels, I need to be able to turn the channel to a different one. Press a button, do something. There's something that you need to do. You need to take the remote and switch to the different channel. And by you doing that, you find yourself in that other channel. So it's the same thing with abundance. It's the same thing with the income that we have. If all you ever think 24/7 every day is that this salary that I have, this job that I have, this is all I have, this is all I can, this is all I can ever have, I'm telling you, you'll be working at that job for many years, more than you should actually be working at that job. Maybe you were just meant to be there for like 6 months, but because of you believing that this is all there is for you, this is all, you'll never be able to see the abundance that's surrounding you. You won't be able to take the action that allows you to switch onto that other channel where the other jobs are. You get me? You get me? You get me? So when it comes to abundance, you need to understand that, okay, what channel have I been operating in? Right now, I'm in channel lack. This is channel lack, hey? We've been swimming in channel lack. And why am I still here? 3, 4, 5 years, why am I still here? It's because I believed I've been conditioned by society, and I reconditioned myself to believe that this is all there is to life. This is all I can ever achieve. But for me to be able to tap into wealth, I need to change my frame of thinking and believe that, okay, actually there is more. So with that belief, you will be able to start to recognize that maybe let me try Glassdoor, let me try LinkedIn, let me try Indeed, let me try posting my series there. If you want to have a different job in the 9 to 5 situation there, you can start doing that. But if you believe so much that actually there's so much abundance, I don't have to be stuck to a 9 to 5 situation. I can actually find a way to be self-employed. So that's also you choosing the channel that you want to go to. So all of us, there's no one who's destined to stay poor. Like, this is God's will for you to be poor, this is God's will for you to be rich. No, all of us were given this beautiful massive universe, and we're given authority over this planet. We're given these resources. Use them. Make something, like, use them for what you need. Even birds, God feeds the birds, but you never see him giving birds worms. Do you get what I'm saying? But he makes sure that he feeds them. But how? He provides for them, and they need to do the work and go out there and look for food wherever. But God will make sure that they have the food. So similarly with us, God has already provided for us what we need. But what we need to understand is that we need to tap into that abundance. You need to go out there and discover the opportunities available for you to have a different source of income, to have a different a level of abundance in your life, and you deserve it. There's no need to wait. You don't need to wait. You just need to change the way you think, change what you believe about yourself and this world, and then naturally you're going to start attracting more and more of what you are in alignment with up here. It's just like reels. When you watch this reel, you start to attract more reels that are similar to that reel that you're watching. Same thing. When you tap into abundance, you can start to even realize more opportunities for becoming even more abundant. And that's what leads to the rich becoming richer and richer and richer. To subscribe to this channel, I am here to help you unleash your greatest potential. I'll see you in the next video. Toodles!